Welcome back to History at Home. Today we're going to be cleaning this particularly interesting late Roman coin. Now, this coin is covered in a very thick layer of dirt, and it's been soaking in distilled water for about a week. So hopefully that's loosened up some of this sediment, and I can get in there with some hand tools and start scraping away, and we can figure out what's under there. I can see a little bit of a bust already peeking through on the obverse side here, but the reverse is completely covered up, and I have no idea what design is under there. So I'm excited to get into it. Let's get this thing down on the tray and start scraping away some dirt. I'm going to be starting by using the scalpel tool from Andre's tool set. I'll link it down below. But this thing is really good for just removing the top layer of dirt. And already you see like a big flake just came off. That's always very satisfying when that happens. This tool is really good for just getting rid of the top layer of dirt in kind of broader strokes. And you can also use the end of it, the very sharp kind of point of the scalpel, for a bit more precision scraping as well. So it's a very versatile tool. Alright, so at this point I'm going to be moving on to the reverse of the coin here. And there's even more cleaning work that has to be done on this side. So I have my work cut out for me. Now, sadly, at this point, all the video files after this are corrupted, so I can't show you the rest of the cleaning. But what I can tell you is that I finished my pass on the reverse, I went back, did another fine detail pass on the obverse, and then like always, I applied some Renaissance wax, I buffed it out, and I attributed it. And what was under all that dirt on the reverse side of this coin was actually a design that I've never come across in all of my years of cleaning. So I was very excited to learn more and then share it with you. Now this bust, it's a pretty standard late Roman portrait of an emperor. I'm not exactly sure which one yet, but we'll find out. But I think the real special part about this coin for me is the reverse of the coin. Now what you're seeing in this design is a phoenix sitting on top of a mountain. And this is a design that I've never actually come across in cleaning before, and it was kind of a nice surprise, honestly, seeing this phoenix emerge from the dirt and this really beautifully rendered mountain with all these different layers of rock. It was really cool. So moving on to attribution. Now luckily enough of the legend on the reverse and obverse of this coin was preserved that I could read enough and kind of get an idea of who this guy is. So I went to wildwinds.com, which is a great resource for attribution. I eventually narrowed it down to Constantius II and came across almost an exact match. The coin we cleaned is a bronze nummus of Constantius II. It was minted in the Roman colony of Sicya, anywhere from 348 to 350 AD. On the obverse, we see a diademed bust of the Emperor Constantius II. He's facing right and is surrounded by a legend. On the reverse, we can see a radiate phoenix standing to the right on a rocky mound. And below, we have the mint mark, which is an epsilon SIS. This is actually a pretty scarce officina mark. RIC apparently only lists about 5 examples, which makes this coin pretty scarce. Now the phoenix is meaningful as a symbol to many cultures, but for the Romans, and specifically on their coinage, it's thought that it symbolized the eternal nature of the Roman Empire. With each new emperor came a rebirth, right? A renewal of the legitimacy of the crown. So I think it was used here definitely as a power-enforcing propaganda tactic. But there's no better way to learn about the meaning of the phoenix to the Romans than in their own words. So here's a quote from the Roman poet Ovid. "Most beings spring from other individuals, but there is a certain kind which reproduces itself. The Assyrians call it the phoenix. It does not live on fruit or flowers, but on frankincense and odoriferous gums. When it has lived 500 years, it builds itself a nest in the branches of an oak, or on the top of a palm tree. In this it collects cinnamon and spikenard and myrrh, and of these materials builds a pile on which it deposits itself, and dying, breathes out its last breath amidst odors. From the body of the parent bird, a young phoenix issues forth, destined to live as long a life as its predecessor." It's always amazing to be able to take a dirty old coin and clean it up and discover the secrets that are hiding under all that dirt. And together we uncovered this really cool phoenix design that taught me something new, and hopefully you all learned something as well. So thanks so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video. I have a bunch more cleaning videos and other cool informational videos coming out soon. I'll see you next time.